Hi everyone, I'm Denise and I'm back to do another reading for our spiritual growth. And so this one is for Wednesday, September 30th. So, aligning with the laws of love, the forces of love, truth and wisdom, courage, whatever we might need for the day. Okay. All right. So we have the Ace of Wands reversed, the Empress reversed, okay. Ooh, Ten of Cups reversed, the Moon, and the Star reversed. Okay, this might be a challenging day for some of us. That's okay. Don't worry, we can always turn things right side up once we get inside, you know, the true meanings. Okay, so the theme for the day, with the Ten of Cups reversed, we're in that realm of maybe broken relationships, or even some type of an alliance that was, you know, a happy alliance in the past and no longer is. This might not have to do with an actual, like, I mean, it usually is relationships, because that's the, you know, the Suit of Cups is, that element has to do with relationship. But it could also be just something, another type of an alliance that was dear to your heart, and where you did, you know, have at one point, you know, an awful lot of happiness. You know, I mean, you can see it here. It's a happy family. Now, or it might just be like a happy friendship, some type of a happy alliance. Maybe it's not anymore. And maybe this card is just here to ask us to really tune in to where we believe that we deserve happy alliances, happy families, happy relationships. And if there's some little, like just little smidgen or just little tiny false belief in there that's not sure that you deserve it for some reason or another, like maybe some past life, a little snippet of something that's not in alignment with where we're living now, but you've brought it in. You know, like maybe it was too scary to trust in the past. Or maybe you lost a child or a family member or your whole family and you were the only one left, and now you're thinking, you know, it's like it can be a little bit of like survivor's guilt. But for the most part, it just feels to me like we can turn that around. We can absolutely turn that around and know that the past is the past, and as long as if we had anything to forgive, as long as we forgive it, of course we can move forward and accept all the happiness, and then to be, you know, aligned with your heart in a way that satisfies your heart. You know, the Ten of Cups is all about just being completely content in your heart. So go for that. Go for that. But if there are some of you that are going through a divorce or going through really challenging times with family members, because like maybe they've broken your heart because they're aligned with the wrong, let's say it's a religious or a political party, they're aligned with the complete opposite values that you have. This could also bring in, you know, in America anyway. And I know I have a few viewers in some other countries, so but this could have to do with, you know, the possible appointment of Amy Coney Barrett onto the Supreme Court, and that would be truly a misalignment of values. At least I believe that's my feeling, because I'm not, you know, I'm not aligned with some religion that puts hard, you know, rules, and I do not ever believe that women are lesser than men, and that we should be giving up our rights or giving up our, you know, like let the men think for us. My goodness, that's insane. So this card may be speaking to that because it's, you know, it's out there in the ethos, and we're dealing with that, and that has everything to do with the Empress reversed as well, because when she's straight up, she has to do with, you know, conceiving something that that you want to you know, give birth to. When she's reversed, this has to do with someone else controlling that. It has to do with a lack of creativity. It has to do with a creative block, but you know, most of all, in the harshest sense, a dependence on others. So if we think that we have to align with our man, I mean, what kind of a man would even want to do that to a woman? I mean, I have visions for the day that there aren't even men like that on the planet anymore, because we've evolved so freely. So if it's not a creative block, and if it's not a divorce or a you know, breakup, this to me just looks kind of political and kind of like what we're going through. I mean, we fought for Roe v. Wade in the 70s, and it's under threat. And so is healthcare for a lot of people. You know, the Empress straight up, it gives us everything that we need to nurture ourselves in our future. And it's very creative, and it moves forward in a very, very big way. The Empress is the mother, you know, of the tarot, and the Emperor is the father of the tarot. So with it reversed, we do have, you know, problems here in the United States within that area right now. Now, with the Ace of Wands reversed, this has to do with delays. It can feel like a lack of motivation. It's like, oh God, do we have to fight for this again? Or you don't know where to put your passion into. It has to do with just feeling really weighed down. So to turn it right side up says, no, I can do this. The power will come through me, and the power is much greater than just me. It has to do with the feminine on the planet. It has to do with the receivers on the planet. It has to do with all that nurtures. I mean, all these men were birthed by a woman, so why in the world would they want to not support us and have good health care? And in the United States, we don't have that as like a God-given right. We have a ridiculous system that needs to be changed. So maybe that's what this is about too. But if we turn this all up, you know, right side up, we have the power. We can receive a whole new future and give birth to it inside of us, and then we'll have that satisfaction and that completion of knowing that, yeah, we had to fight for it again, but there's a lot of old ladies on the planet to help us, like me. I'm here for my granddaughters, and knowing that their granddaughters will benefit if we all align with the truth, and we align with the love and what is just and fair. And then with the moon, this has to do with taking our visualizations into dream time and releasing any fears, knowing that we have what we need to bring this through, to birth it through, to fulfill this mission, and that we don't need to allow anybody to, you know, we don't have to go way, way, way back in time and feel like that it's hopeless. We don't have to go back in time and allow ourselves to be deceived. You know, we can see the writing on the wall. We know what's out there. We know what's, you know, it's there. I mean, all you got to do is just do your research, and you can see, like, who's for what and who isn't. And if it does have to do, hold on, I have a little list here. Yeah, okay. If it does have to do with this appointment of Amy Coney Barrett, and I so apologize to those of you who are, you know, don't care at all about politics. You're just gonna have to bear with me for just a couple minutes, but there are states there. Okay, so Arizona, Colorado, Maine, Montana, North Carolina, Georgia, Iowa, and Kansas. I saw a woman on MSNBC, her name was Sister Simone Campbell, and she said that those senators need to know, these are states where you are calling and contacting your senator matters tremendously, because these are battleground states, and those and these senators are up for re-election. So if you're if you're appalled by the appointment of Amy Coney Barrett, and you let these senators know that you won't accept their voting for her to get her in, then if you want them to vote to not have her in, or to delay until the election is over, if they vote for her to accept her, and then you can tell them that you will vote them out November 3rd. That was her message. I'm paraphrasing, of course. So there's that. So to know that we don't have to take it lying down anymore. We don't have to go into this victim mode of, oh, poor me. We've got a lot of support. There's so much support on the planet. And they're outnumbered, of course. These dark people that want to control women's bodies, they're outnumbered. So just to know that, and from there, so none of this needs to happen. It doesn't need to be this way. We don't have to be oppressed. We can create what we want. We do have to fight for it, and there's no reason to be hopeless. The star card has to do with being hopeless, and when it's in the reverse. So if this has nothing to do with politics for you, then you would be looking in the realm of making sure that your relationships are really solid, making sure that they know what it is that you want, and taking a stand to make sure that you will not let them take advantage of you in any way. You will not allow yourself to be repressed. You will say what you feel, and you will stand up for yourself. That may be, what it is for you. And then you can bring it into dream time to find anything that's unconscious within that may have caused this in the past, if that's the case. And then from there, you can heal it, because of course you have to figure out what it is. You have to be aware of whatever unconscious material that holds you down. You have to be aware of it before you can heal it, of course. That's how it works. And that's what the Moon card is all about. So our self-deceptions or our fears, this is a very intuitive card, and you can trust your feelings to guide you in this area, to bring in the truth. The Moon brings the truth in. It's in your emotional body. The Moon can have to do with your ego as well. So it can be very healing for the ego to come from your inner spirit. And, if you align your ego with your inner spirit, then you find your faith within. You know that the universe is within you. So I think that that's what that message is there. But coming in reverse, the message is, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up hope. Don't ever give up, and have faith that you can create whatever it is that you want. But we all definitely have to fight for it. We have to work for it. We don't have to beat anybody up. We don't have to call anybody names. We don't have to do anything other than say, no, this is what I want. No, I can create it within. I am happy inside. I create my own reality. And I darn well will open up to all the power in the universe to help me do it. Okay? All right. That's all I have. Thank you. Bye.